Hey guys, here we are on the ground in Lake Charles. We decided to stop here to wait out a storm that was setting up between us and Houston. So we stopped here, thought we'd get our fuel, probably between 9 and 12, 13 gallons. So we stopped, we said, hey, fill it up to the tabs, and then we'll be on our way. In this picture, you see Nick that came with us for the trip and Geo jumping in the Aero. We actually took all the luggage out. Those two guys jumped in. I took this picture. And we're burning off fuel here. So a little bit of a misunderstanding with the ramp guys that we said, hey, fill it up to the tabs, thinking that it'd be 9 to 13 gallons. They filled it up full. So in the pre-flight, we found out that we were actually overweight and outside of the envelope for our center of gravity. So we looked around, tried to see if we could find a way to siphon the gas out. Couldn't find anything. We called a bunch of people around in the area. A mechanic could be there in like an hour, he said, and we really were trying to just get home. So came to the idea that Nick and Gio would get as light as they could. Nick could log some time in the Aero, and we'd burn off fuel until we could get underweight. So that's what we did. Took a little bit longer than we wanted to. It's starting to get a little late now, but it's time to go. Let's jump back in the plane and get out of here.
Lake Charles Tower information, Oscar 0053 Zulu observation. Wind 310 at 3, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 29 dew point 22, altimeter 3012. Remarks, lightning distant north and northeast. Visual approaching you, sending departing runway 15. NOTAMs, Lake Charles glide slope out of service.
Lake Charles ground, Aero 6347 Charlie has Oscar ready to depart to the west.
Aero 6347 Charlie, Lake Charles ground, runway 15, taxi via Hotel Juliet.
What are the winds?
Aero 47 Charlie, wind 310 at 3.
Can we get runway 33 for Aero 47 Charlie?
Aero 47 Charlie, no problem, runway 33, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha.
Foxtrot Alpha to 33 for Aero 47 Charlie, thank you. We'll burn more gas too on the way over.
Aero 47 Charlie, did you want flight following to your destination or just over the Tursa?
You want to do this?
Yeah, we'll get flight following to David Wayne Hooks if possible, 3000, 47 Charlie.
120.7 is ready. You get the departure?
19.8.
Alright, I'll just cycle the prop here once. Check our mags real quick. Instruction's good. Alright, so one, 2. Oh, I think there's oil on the cowling from where the propeller is. See that on my side? No, but just tell me we need to shut it down for a second to do a check. Let me go park over here. And ground Aero 47 Charlie is holding short of 33. Can we go park over here onto our left? Just do a quick little shutdown for a maintenance check.
Aero 6347 Charlie, Lake Charles Tower, that's approved. Hold short runway 33 and advise when you're ready.
We'll go for 47 Charlie.
So you can probably imagine how I'm feeling right now. We just got done burning off fuel doing laps in the pattern to get back underweight because of a misunderstanding. We've been flying all day from Florida all the way back to Houston. We've been dodging storms all day. We had to stay VFR to get on the upwind sides. A lot of these storms, we're racing storms out. We're staying safe. We're making great decisions, but it really starts to wear on you. Now we're on the ramp. We're FaceTiming with mechanics. We're taking pictures and sending them back and forth. This was really a moment of, okay, let's be smart here. Let's think about it. We're in Lake Charles. We're going to go to Houston. There's not a lot of outs between those two airports. You don't have a lot of options. You have a highway, but it's dark. It's nighttime. You can't see. In the daylight, at least you can pick, hey, is that a road? Is that a farm? Is those trees? Is it corn? What is it? But now it's night. It's dark. We're all tired, we're all frustrated, just back to that real good decision making. So we decided to call this trip right here. It's just too many things are going on, and it just had the makings of the start of an NTSB report. Plane's already heavy, we burned off some fuel, but we're at the weights, we're at the max. We don't have confidence in the engine right now with this oil leak. Oil on a cowling, guys, I mean, you got to get the root cause of that. You got to get confidence in the plane and in the mechanics. So we don't have a lot of outs between the two airports. We're going to call it a night. We'll try in the day. We'll get a little bit more confidence. We'll talk to a mechanic. We'll see if we can diagnose it. We did have an interesting time going back to the FBO. The guys are great, super accommodating, but we couldn't find a Phillips screwdriver to get the cowling off. There's a nice Cessna guy that was there, and he gave us his fuel sump that actually had a Phillips bit on the end of it, so we were able to use that to get the cowling off to take a look at what we were dealing with. But ultimately decided to call it a night, grab a mechanic in the morning to get a better idea of what we're looking for, looking at, dealing with, and make this flight in the daylight tomorrow. The weather the next day was fine, so that was really going to be our best option. But so short little clip here. Wanted to capture this. I think it was really cool. Looking back now, reflecting, in the moment, thinking about the day that we had, just going back to that decision making. We all wanted to get home. Every one of us. We all had reasons for it. Our families were there. We all had to work the next day. I mean, there was a lot of downsides to not making this flight. But in general aviation, you got to remember you don't ever really need to be anywhere. So a short clip here today, but did think it was neat to call out some of the important decisions that we had to make today, making this moment, whether it was dodging the weather or doing the good pre-flight and catching that we were overweight, and then ultimately with oil in the cowling, calling it a night here because of the risk factors that were associated to it. Next video that we'll post is the last leg. It was a great flight from Lake Charles over to Houston. And thanks for watching, guys. And if you do like these, please do like and subscribe. And that way, there when we do when we post the new videos, you'll see it. So thanks for watching. Talk soon.